As part of Toyota's carefully curated Dinosaur collection, which includes Land Cruiser, Tundra, Sequoia, and this 4Runner, body-on-frame ruggedness proudly lives on, without too much interference from today's world.
Okay, so the Dinosaur collection doesn't actually exist, but if Toyota wants to use the name, they're more than welcome. And look, can you really blame Toyota for their if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach to the 4Runner? It's actually been setting sales records this year. And SUV people realize that they don't build them like this anymore, so there's definitely an undeniable appeal within the four-wheel drive community. For those of you who don't quite get it, it's kind of like holding on to Windows 7, even though the world has migrated to Windows 10. Dating back to 1985, it's simple and familiar. Toyota's fun-to-drive mid-size off-road vehicle. Toyota introduced this 5th-generation 4Runner a decade ago. Now, gone are the days of stick shifts and manual locking hubs, but the trio of 4Runner TRD models comes standard with a locking rear differential, multi-terrain select, and crawl control. Stuff you want when off-roading. But this limited grade is after a slightly different customer.
With the transition to unibody all-wheel drive SUVs, vehicles like the 4Runner have mostly gone by the wayside. So it's nice to see that this one is still going strong after all these years for those who want to go even farther. Its off-road credentials have already been cemented. But this here is the range-topping limited model, and as such, it does not possess the full arsenal of off-road goodies. So if you're into mud, and that's first and foremost on your mind, you're probably not choosing this specific trim. So therefore, it should really be viewed through the prism of a quasi-luxury SUV, and at that, it's far less impressive. This is the Limited, so you might expect to see things like LED lighting, a cruise control feature with stop and go, a 3-blink directional signal, a power-operated liftgate, a height-adjustable passenger seat, side blind zone alert, a heated steering wheel, or maybe even a wireless device charge pad. But no, none of those things are here. And Toyota's like, who do you think we are, Hyundai? Oh no, not this snowflake again. Ain't this the same guy who bashed the Tacoma because he didn't have a place to put his foot on the bumper when the tailgate was down? Wah, wah. And now he's saying the 4Runner ain't even new enough? I don't even know what LDE lights are, but I do know I don't need them. And this gearbox is perfect here. It's got 5 speeds. The more gears, the more problems. And what this dude don't understand is that this vehicle's gonna last like 40 years. So take my 50 grand and keep your mouth shut. This dude probably wants a Ridgeline or something.
Well, now that wasn't very nice, but look, I get it. Toyota has added Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa, a new instrument panel design, and 8-inch touchscreen for 2020. They've also made Safety Sense P, which doesn't include blind spot detection, standard on all 4Runner models. There are also 2 USB ports now in the second row. Speaking of which, this 4Runner is equipped with the optional third row for seating up to 7, though entering and exiting that area is nearly impossible. The automatic running boards, which were introduced in 2012, are too narrow and actually make getting in and out more difficult. But the rear window goes down, so that can be useful. The second row seats slide and recline. There are heated front seats and an easy-to-use infotainment system with a nice-sounding 6-speaker JBL audio system with subwoofer. The auto high beams, however, are the worst I've ever tested. The 270 horsepower V6 and 5-speed auto return a disappointing 16 mpg in around-the-town driving. But the full-time 4-wheel drive system on this Limited, with its Torsen locking center differential, can push as much as 53% of the available torque to the front wheels and reacts before wheel spin occurs. Nearly 10 inches of ground clearance, solid approach and departure angles, and 5,000 pounds towing should allow you to get where you need to go. Oh, and about this Nightshade Edition. It debuted on the 4Runner last year and adds lots of black stuff as an accent to this upcharged Blizzard Pearl paint.
It's exactly snowy weather like this where the 4Runner earns its keep. And you know that I'm an advocate of 4-wheel drive systems with an auto setting, and this Limited trim has it. So, as the road conditions change, you don't need to constantly be shifting in and out of 4 high. Now, the engine is definitely a little gruff, but overall, the 4Runner still drives with an assured smoothness.
The Limited receives special shocks that automatically adjust to bumpy surfaces, focused more on everyday comfort and on-road handling. With options, this Japanese-built 4Runner Limited Nightshade Edition stickers for $52,070. Scuttlebutt says a redesign onto Toyota's new shared truck platform is due in 2023. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.